This season, there was a handful of brand new features added to the server. Some of the features are kind of hidden, and you might not notice them at first glance. But today, we're going to be going over something you definitely should see, because this is going to help your prison's journey massively. So today, we're looking at how you can use the player miner to make absolutely millions here in Minecraft Prisons. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back into a brand new episode of Minecraft Prisons. Today, of course, we're back here on the best, #1 rated Minecraft Prison server, TalonMC, and we are back today for another episode in this season. Guys, today we are taking a look at some very, very important things, one of which is going to be the player miner and how you can actually use it to become rich. Now, there is some notes for this. Much like most things here on the server, in order to upgrade it and in order to kind of unlock it at its kind of full potential, you're going to need to put a little bit of time into mining before you do so. So I would aim for getting to probably rank 600 before you, like, well, I guess you can look at it slightly before then, but you know, kind of the most use that you're going to get out of the feature is once you hit rank 600. So actually, even probably from rank 2 or 300, you're going to want to start to use this feature, and it should help you all the way up until, well, probably until you're like rebirthing and stuff like that as well. So it's very, very good early game. I definitely make sure that you guys are using it. We're going to take a look at the specifics of it and all the upgrades and enchants that we can actually add right now in just a moment. Now, unlike some of the other enchants that were added this season, other features that were added this season, this thing isn't actually based off of like your own personal pickaxe progression. It actually has its own menu and its own enchants that you're going to essentially add to it that is going to make the difference. Now, as you head over to your mine spawn, this is where you're actually going to spawn. This is where the player miner is. He's actually kind of hidden a little bit on the right here. You might not notice it if you're just whizzing up onto your mine, but he is actually here. He's chilling, and he is, you know, he's here. I think you can actually also do /miner maybe. Yes, if you don't want to, you know, physically find him, you can just do /miner. So this is the menu which you're going to get when you do that, and essentially the left-hand side is going to show you how much battery you have left in the miner, and then the right-hand side is going to show you your enchant upgrades. Now, we actually looked at this very, very early on to the season, and we did make some upgrades. But essentially, you can add fortune, which of course increases the amount of tokens. You can add speed, which makes him go faster. You can add stamina, which is increasing the battery life. This one is super, super important because you are really, really going to need this thing because otherwise he'll like last for no time at all. You can add jackhammer. Obviously, you guys know what jackhammer does. This is a very, very important one for actually just getting progression from the player miner. He's pretty useless without it, to be honest with you. Token miner, obviously you want him to earn you tokens. Gem finder, essence finder, you guys want him to be finding you as many, you know, as many of the different currencies as possible. We're of course going to make sure that we upgrade that. One of the next ones you can get is scavenger. Now, this actually is just basically like the token miner and the gem finder, but it's actually just going to be more of. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we add that. Now, the next one's pretty cool as well. So this one is shock charge. This basically has a chance to completely recharge the player miner back to 100%, because obviously you want the player mines to be going as long as possible in your mine. That's kind of the big goal, right? The longer this guy's mining away in your mine, the more progression you're going to be making passively. And then the last one, which we're going to be focusing on right now, is black market. This basically has a chance to boost all of the enchants for the player miner by 2 times. Now, the more you add levels to this enchant, the more it will, like, the longer it will last. Now, this is the most expensive one so far. This is actually going to cost us 1 Q in order to max out, but it is very, very effective. That is why I wanted to get to, you know, level 600 or rank 600, because that is when that one was unlocked. Now, there is only one more enchant that we need to unlock in this one, and it is going to be overflow. Now, this is a very, very, very overpowered enchant as well. So we're actually going to hit mine rank 700 today because I want to make sure that we go ahead and hit that, and we get this enchant added, because this is going to be a super, super, you know, important and interesting one to get. We can do that with a little bit of help from the player miner. So let's spawn him in. He will just basically join up in the mine, and you guys will see him start to go ham. Obviously, he's got the jackhammer, he's got the speed, so he's just going to start going down the mine, breaking blocks, doing whatever he needs to do. He is, of course, going to get us a little bit of passive currency, but, you know, mainly he's just going to help out in the mine and hopefully get us some rank up. Now, I've actually found out a way that we can rank up super, super fast, and that is essentially just by using these legendary grenades. We've actually been stacking up quite a few since the start of the season here, so actually getting these last few levels up to 700 really shouldn't be too hard, because I think these are actually just going to give me a level per grenade we use. So we can pretty much just spam these down, and those will go fairly ham for us. And as you can see, yeah, level 631. So we're actually just right around the corner from getting to 700. And then, of course, we can go ahead and add that final enchant in there. Hopefully, the player miner is also doing a little bit. By the way, it's also worth noting you actually gain battery for your player miner by mining. So if you just sit here and let him go ham, then he'll run out pretty quick. But if you're mining alongside him, he will actually charge up as you're mining. So that is absolutely well worth noting that, you know, the more you're grinding, the longer he's going to last and, you know, continue to help you out. All right, so with all the legendary grenades we have, that got us to 695. So we just need to grind up 5 more levels real quick, and then we can take a look at that final enchant that we need. All right, on to our very last rank up here to get to rank 700. We definitely need to make some upgrades here. There are a couple of things which I haven't focused on yet this season, which is making my rank ups very, very, very slow. We're relying pretty much exclusively on nuke right now for our rank ups, which definitely shouldn't be the way, especially this early into our season. This really shouldn't take us this long to rank up. So we definitely need to look at fossils. We need to look at all those good stuff because those are going to contribute massively towards the speed in which we're able to rank up. Now, one thing that I wish that they did have as an enchant in the player miner would be nuke, because obviously right now that is pretty much, like I said, the enchant which is most effective for us, the one that is going absolutely the most crazy. So if this thing had nuke, like, I don't know, maybe it would be too overpowered. Maybe we just, yeah, maybe that's the reason why it doesn't. But yeah, it would be kind of cool if it did. Either way, let's add this, let's max out this one. It's actually cheaper than Black Market. So Black Market was definitely the most expensive one. So we'll max that out, and that is officially our player miner completely maxed out. So I believe he's still chilling in the mine. We can check the battery power by going in here. Yeah, he's only actually used 2% because I've been mining up as well at the same time as he has. So he's actually going pretty ham in the mine right now, and he's just being an additional like helper, I guess. Like he's not going to go too crazy. He's not going to, you know, give us friggin' 10 rank ups a second. But what he is going to do, he's going to grind up in the background there. He's going to get us a little bit of currency, a little bit of rank progression with, of course, the jackhammer that he's got going. And it's all extra stuff. So it's all happening in the background just while you're chilling. Obviously, it'd be way more noticeable if we didn't have 173 Q in the balance. You know, thanks to some people that have paid me, we've got a little bit of a juiced up balance right now. I feel that we would notice, you know, the income coming in from the player miner like considerably more. So yeah, he is definitely doing a job. I also don't know whether overflow is relevant to the enchants that I have on my pickaxe, or whether it's relevant to the enchants that, you know, the player miner has, because it says it will activate 3 of our random enchants. So if that is the case, and that is our enchants and not actually the player miner's enchants, then that could actually be a very underrated enchant and a very overpowered one, actually. Because say, for example, we were actually AFK and the player miner was the only thing going on for us right now, that could actually activate like nuke, for example, and just give us a couple of rank ups while we're sat here doing nothing. So it is actually worth giving that, you know, enchant a shout, because I feel like it could actually be doing something pretty crazy. Now, guys, if you've made it this far into the video, then you are the lucky people, okay? Because you are going to be here for the announcement of the giveaway. And that means that you are going to have a chance to win 5,000 credits here on the server. Yes, 5,000 credits. Of course, credits can be used to be spent on, you know, monthly crates or weekly crates, I guess. You battle pass, ranks, whatever you guys want to buy. That is essentially the currency for the server store. So yes, 5,000 credits. If you guys want to be in with a chance of winning that, then all you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your username, and then join the giveaways only Discord that is linked down below, and press the enter button on the respective giveaway. As long as you've done all of that, then you will officially be entered into winning 5,000 credits here on the server. Please make sure you have completed all of the requirements before you press that enter button in the Discord, because there's been a lot of people recently that have not been completing the requirements and we've had to re-roll them, and I don't want to re-roll your prize. If you win it, you got the luck in the Discord. I want to hope that you completed all the other requirements. So yes, guys, that is a brief overview of the feature player miner. Of course, it's more of like it's a passive thing to help you while you're mining. So I would recommend, you know, getting this done early game. I think the first enchant is unlocked at like mine level like 200 or something. So I would recommend getting this done early. It will help you out massively with your currency. Who knows, throughout the season, maybe this will receive some buffs, and it might even get some new enchants added into there that may help you a little bit later on in the game. It's worth keeping up to date with it though, but we will be checking out this pile of stone and coal and wood very soon also, because that is a very interesting feature which, you know, you guys don't want to miss out on either. This is a brand new season of Prison here on TalonMC, so if you guys do want to join up, and maybe this is your first time seeing the server, then you're absolutely welcome to. The IP is, of course, in the top middle of the screen, generzon.talonmc.net. Make sure you guys do come and say hi, start your journey, and now you should be able to start it even better, knowing what the player miner does, knowing how much it costs, all the ranks you need, and all the enchants that it provides. Guys, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode of OP Prisons here on TalonMC.